Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's Trina. Today I'm going to talk about a bag and a frag, so stay tuned. So it's been a long time coming, but this morning in the mail, finally I got a package from Etsy. These two little pieces I've been waiting on that I did tell you about in a previous post that I'll link up somewhere here about a little bag accoutrement that I'd purchased recently. And this little piece has now allowed me to completely redo this inspired Chanel bag. And what I have done essentially is, because of those two little pieces, I've been able to add an extra strap to make the whole chain longer for me to suit my proportions and my needs for this particular bag. So now when I wear the bag, although it's a little bit long to wear as a long shoulder bag, I like my crossbody bags long. So now it looks, on my proportions, like a mini Chanel bag would look on a very petite woman. So that's the look I was going for, and yes, achieved. So this is what I got in the mail recently. The person, I guess they were apologizing for the late shipment. They gave me an extra piece of the gunmetal, two pairs, an extra pair of the gold and a pair of silver. So I'll only be using two of these in my rehab, and the other ones I'm going to use later on. So this is what I did to the bag. So I put the bag back together, and I had to go in and do it again for two reasons. First of all, it turns out that the chain was too long with this extra 40 centimeters of leather that I put on the top. So I had to remove another little piece of metal, and also I had it such that the front part, how can I say this? I'll show you the bag, but basically I had it, you know, there's two rings on these types of Chanel type bags, right? But I wanted the metal part, like you can see it there. The metal part is on the front, and it holds the leather pieces from the back. And the way I had it was the opposite before, and yeah, I didn't want that. So I had to basically take this off and then run it through the holes and rearrange it. So in the end I got it going. So this is what it looks like now. And it is quite the perfect length for me, because if I double up the straps, I can put it on my shoulders. It fits more securely because of the leather, and also I can comfortably rest my thumb on top of the bag and let it hang, whereas before it was sitting much too high for me. And as I said, it fits really nice crossbody. But yeah, it is a little bit long, just as a long like a long wearing bag. I wouldn't wear it that way. I think if I lost a few pounds, it'd look a lot better and I'd be able to shorten it. But this is the body I'm in now, so we're gonna work with it. So I'm left with these little shards here that I could reincorporate into the bag, but obviously, as you have seen you've seen how easy it was for me to pull these pieces apart. So it's obviously some sort of alloy metal, not very high quality. So I don't think I'm going to be using these little pieces again, because I think they are already damaged and weakened. Instead, I'll keep the ones that are structurally still intact as they were sent to me. So finally, I can start wearing this little guy because I haven't used it since I last posted, which was what, over a month ago now? It's been taking a long time for those little pieces to arrive, but I guess that's what happens during a pandemic. Things get slowed down. C'est la vie d'aujourd'hui. All right, so I've talked about the bag, and now it's time to move on to the frag. And today's perfume is going to be Chopard's Casmir. Ooh, Casmir. So a while ago, I caught wind of a perfume that I really thought I'd like to buy, but I wanted to get a sample first, and I couldn't find the sample. And that perfume is M. Micallef's Lang in Gold. The bottle is just stunning. I think it's so beautiful, and I'd heard a lot of perfume reviewers say fabulous things about it. And it's a very pricey bottle, so I needed to know more before I drop the coin, if I were to drop it at all. So basically I got in touch with a few YouTubers actually, one of them who I adore, Amy from, I think her name is Fragrance with Amy now, she changed her channel name, such a lovely lady, and she's blessed with the biggest perfume collection I've ever seen. But she put me on to trying out this bottle of Casmir from Chopard. So this has been reformulated, I think. I don't know what the old one is like, but I've heard it's better. You know how they always reformulate things. If you don't, then know that the old ones tend to be better, but not always, not always. But in any case, this one I was told smells a great deal like it for much, much less. So I hunted down this, and you know me, I love secondhand stuff. I love thrifting. So I found this being thrifted on Mercari, and I picked it up. And I'm very glad that I got it at the cheap price that I did, because if Micallef's version, I don't want to say version because they're not trying to imitate each other, I don't think, but if it smells anything like this, then I'm very glad I didn't buy it. Not that I hate this, but it's not for me. So I'll give you the notes here somewhere. Basically, we have peach, apricot, blackcurrant, and raspberry, mandarin orange, carnation, and cinnamon, vanilla, benzoin, tonka beans, and opopanax. I'm not familiar with that. Some sort of resin, I imagine. I don't know. But in any case, the notes, just by the notes, I thought, my God, I definitely should love this. But what do I get out of this is primarily peach and really sticky peach jam tarts, peach and apricot, and then drenched in like this sappy vanilla. And there's a little bit of spice at the base, I guess that's the cinnamon, and it's grounded in something really sticky, and I guess that is the benzoin, and maybe there's a bit of tonka. Oh, there's plain. Ooh. Zipline! Okay, what I use this for though, I still enjoy it, but I would never wear it in the summer because it's just so heavy, very sickly. Would be great for winter though. But what I really like to enjoy for this perfume is to wear it to bed. Now, don't get any dirty thoughts in your mind. I don't mean, you know, for activities other than sleeping. I am referring to sleeping here. This is very warm and comforting and sweet in a weird sort of floral powdery way, and I find it very, very comforting. And it's not as good as what I used to use to bring to my sleep time, which was Vanille Absolument from L'Artisan Parfumeur, which used to be called Havana Vanille, I think. Which was really another sticky sweet vanilla. But this one, because of the flowers and some other stuff, I assume, maybe the orangey juicy stuff going on there, it's a bit more powdery, a bit more floral, and I don't like that aspect of it so much. It's not for me. But I do think it's a pretty creamy, delicious sort of blend, but not for me. It's not for me. I find it a bit juvenile, interestingly. I don't think it's a very modern scent, and I prefer modern scents because they just make me feel a lot more grown-up and sophisticated. So this scent invokes to me the spirit of joy itself. And if this perfume were a woman, she would be very, very friendly, very outgoing, very kind, very generous. But her home would be a complete cluttered disaster. It would be noisy in there, and maybe the furnishings would be mismatched. She'd just be very chaotic. And yeah, it's not particularly sophisticated in my opinion. So that is my take on Casmir or Casmir by Chopard. yeah, it's kind of a classic oldie, and you can get it for a good buy if you search for it. So if you think it might be your type of thing, go for it. All right, Bag and Frag Hag signing out. Mwah.